Okay, so there's been another challenge set, and this one's sort of challenging for me. So, Scale Enthusiasm channel, which is a fantastic channel that if you're not following, go over and check it out. I will put a link below to his challenge and his channel. And it was your oldest diecast. And he lets you be creative, I guess, with the term oldest. You can show the oldest castings you own, or in my case, it's going to be a combination of. It's actually not going to be the oldest castings I own. I will show those in a minute. But it's going to be the pieces that I've had in my collection the longest. Now, I'm an old guy. And I started collecting diecast, I guess you could say, in 1997 or 99. And I didn't really consider collecting diecast at the time. I happened to be walking through a store in 1997 and I saw this Hot Wheels 40th anniversary of the two-seat T-Bird set. So I bought that. And then in 1999, the 30th anniversary of the 1970, I guess it was 2000, the 1970 muscle cars. Now, I've done videos on those cars recently, and while those are nice, they're not 100% cars. These four are the 100% Hot Wheels era. And then in 2003, this 100 Years of Ford Motor Company's series. And again, I've always said I'm not really a Hot Wheels collector. I mean, if you watch my videos, you'll see I love some of my Hot Wheels. I love some of what Hot Wheels comes out with. But I have a little bit of everything. But the core of my collection for many years was Johnny Lightning, but I will go to the two non-Johnny Lightnings in this. One that I love to show off because it was the gem of my collection for so long, and this is that 1999 oil can or 100%, or 1999 or 2000 Shelby Cobra. That is just so detailed. This is the one it was in the quote-unquote oil can packaging with the mirrored round base, and I didn't open it until 2020. I always thought it would go up in value, but in all honesty, I would never sell or give away one of my prized cars. They'll have to bury them with me, especially this one. There are better Cobras. I did show in my Cobra video the new Champion, which is the Shelby American Collectibles. While that is just slightly better in detail of this is my favorite. Hands down, period. One of my favorite cars in my entire collection. I would never give it up for the world. And again, to show Hot Wheels a little love. So this one I bought in the late 1990s, I think, or around the year 2000. And I was looking for some clues on the bottom, but it's got a 1983 copyright, Malaysia, but I know I didn't buy it in 1983. This is the 65 Mustang, metal base, metal body, plastic tires. Somebody might be able to tell me by the wheels, what it is. And this is, of course, the version that has the opening hood with the cast engine. And I bought this around the time I bought the Johnny Lightnings. And I bought it because of that beautiful stripes that turn into flames and the Ford Blue Oval on it. And I've just had this one for a long time. And all of these Johnny Lightnings are going to be from the Playing Mantis era. And these three stock cars I got around the year 2000. I think they were copyright 1999 or 97. What is that? I think that says 1998 playing Mantis. I got these three at a huge car show in Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania, I believe, or was it Carlisle? I've been to both locations. I can't remember. It might have been Ford's at Carlisle, or yeah, it was more than likely Cars at Carlisle, Ford's at Carlisle. Excuse me. These three stock car legends, which of course were on the card until last year. The '67 Ford Fairlane, the Mercury Cyclone spoiler here. Now, this one has rubber tires. I think all three of these actually, yeah, they're slicks, but they're rubber tires. But a lot of the playing Mantis vehicles actually had plastic tires. So this stock car here also has rubber tires. Now, early on, I found in the Classic Gold series. So again, this is one that's been in my collection for 20 years. It is, of course, one of my favorites, and it is the Ford Pinto. And you're thinking, oh, Cobra, stock cars, yeah, Mustangs, yeah, but I love Pintos. That would leave these last two as being two of my earliest Johnny Lightnings in my collection. Before I got the Johnny Lightnings, I got those two sets. The Thunderbirds is probably the ones that have been in my possession longest out of all of these cars. But around between 1997 and 2001, 2003, that's when I started collecting it, and then I stopped collecting for a long time. I had well over 50 Johnny Lightnings. I still have them in my collection, but I didn't want to drag out 50 cars. And so this Shelby GT500 KR 1999 playing Mantis. This one has rubber tires, painted details, and this GT350. And this has plastic tires. Let's turn this over so you can see the... Now, this is a 2002. So this one is newer than the black one. So maybe... So as I said, between 1997 and 2003 is when I bought most of these cars. So this is the core of my original collection. Now, others that I have picked up since, so probably the oldest casting I have, and this one's 143rd, I believe. This is a Super Kings. I bought this a few years ago. I happened to stumble on a train show, and of course, at any train or toy show, there were always Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and this was in sort of rough shape, admittedly, but I had this in 1/64th scale when I was a kid. So this is the Matchbox Super Kings K23 Mercury Commuter, made in England, copyright 1970. This would be one of the oldest castings that I have. Now, the copyright doesn't guarantee what year it actually came out, but since it's a Super Kings, I would imagine this is well before 1980. I don't know what year they stopped the Super Kings, and I don't know if they brought them back, but I never saw them anywhere. Maybe that's something I should have done some research for this video, but I didn't. Now here's another casting. Now these are mostly going to be Matchboxes. This is that beautiful Ford Capri, the one that David Johns of Twice Diecast made as a custom for me, and this is copyright. Does that say 1970 or 78? but it's a Matchbox super fast. I mean, this is only a few months in my possession, and I love it. It stays here in the case directly above us. But let's see, probably next. So this is a classic Matchbox that I actually bid on eBay this year. This is the Citroen SM, and is a copyright of 1971. I had this as a kid, and this one is in fair shape, but this is only in my possession 2 months or less. Definitely less than 2 months. But this is an older classic Matchbox. My family moved around quite a bit. I'm old. I've moved around since. I'm only living in this house that I own for 7 years. So I have none of my childhood collection. I envy all of you guys that pull out a well-worn Matchbox. Oh, this is for my childhood collection. I have none of that. I have none of my toy cars, my baseball cards, my comic books. My twin brother and I always joke that we'd be rich people. We'd be rich men if we still had all of that. So there's this, copyright 1979, Mercedes 450 SEL. Again, I showed this on video right after I picked it up on eBay. So this is sort of towards the end of my Matchbox era. I was born in 65 and I played with Matchboxes until maybe 1982. Because by then I was actually playing with the real cars. You get old. So this is one that I've always wanted. Again, copyright 1979. Matchbox Superfast number 55 Ford Cortina. And I can't say, I can just show you the copyrights. I can't tell you, when they came out. So I do have a few quote-unquote classic, not many, Matchboxes. I was going to try and hunt these out on eBay. I was looking for a Capri like this, and I would bid what I would consider reasonable. I mean, I probably paid $5 for each of these cars, and then shipping. But the Capris, I would put a bid in what I thought. I would put my maximum bid in, and then bam, it's gone, $15. And if I can get a Tarmac Works for $15, $20, or a Schuco, I just can't justify buying a loose Matchbox for that kind of money. So this next one has not been in my collection, but I did get this from a coworker a year or two ago. This is a copyright 1987 Matchbox Ford LTD police car. So I think I've gone over the limit. There's just really one more that I want to show. This one, I'm not exactly sure how long I've had, but it's in sort of weird shape. It is a reproduction of one that I had. So it says copyright 1979. But I know that just before then, there was a version that I had when I was a kid that had the adjustable rear suspension. I forget what they were called. If you know, put it in the comments. Where you would pull the wheels. I think they were like called high riders or something, and they would give it the jacked up appearance. So this is a 1940 Ford Woody with the blower through the hood. The original one I had was beige here and orange hood and fenders. And the interior was either orange or beige. It wasn't yellow like this. But I found this in KB Toys or Toys R Us, probably 15 years ago. I've had it a long time, but not as long as some of these in the back row there. So these are, quote unquote, my oldest diecast, and I'm not leaving the Mercury wagon in the picture here because it's not 1/64th, and I think that was the one thing I don't think he'll beat me up for it, but I think that was sort of the requirement. Is your oldest 1/64th scale? I would assume that means 3-inch scale also, because he had some very interesting majorette BMW and some other brands. He had some cool cars. So these are my oldest castings. I do have the ones I bought more recently, the Matchbox Premiers from 1997, like this Mustang and the RX-7. I'm sorry, this is from the year 2000, but I bought that this year. And then the Johnny Lightning American Chrome, which was 1997. But those are new to my collection. So, I mean, they're old, but I don't have a lot of old ones. I guess these four here from the 70s and these from the 80s. But the ones that have been in my collection the longest are the two T-Birds and the four muscle cars. So, scale enthusiasm, let me know what you think. Does this skirt the challenge? Do I pass? What do you think of some of these cars? I really look forward to a lot of your videos because, as I said, I know that some of you guys have your childhood collections, and that is so cool. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. So speaking of subscribers as of an hour ago, 140. The support and the new subscribers, I appreciate all of you. My long-term subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. I can throw out two names that have been watching from the beginning, my brother Bob, and Gary of Gary's Diecast collection was one of my first subscribers. David Johns of Twice Diecast was also one of my earliest subscribers from last summer when I was, putting out one or two videos. So, I'd like to give a shout out to all those guys. Some of my most dedicated viewers, like Rudy Moons, who I don't think has ever missed a video, but also some of our new friends, like Bog of Red Room Diecast. I mean, there's just, you guys know who you are. And Big Dat Pacino, and Fex Death, and Chasing Diecast Cars, and just, and I'm really honored that Dan Diecastrum is watching and commenting on my videos. I've been watching his videos for months and months, and he is, a major league collector who has a fascinating collection. And I'm just really happy that he would visit and comment. He seems to. I did my Fox Body video yesterday, and I went back and I realized I had watched his Fox Body collection video 5 months ago. So now I'm just rambling. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and pull out your cars and do this challenge. This one looks like fun. Thanks, guys and gals. Bye.